The issue of the family is something that is very intimate, something that makes me very passionate, and something sometimes which makes me nervous, particularly when I think of my own family as far as who raised me. Being raised by my elderly grandparents, I have grown to appreciate the elderly very much. And getting married and waiting until I have children when I get married is not by accident. This happened because my grandparents were able to instill the value of having a family and appreciating a family in me. The family, as you know, is the cornerstone of society. And unless a family is motivated, empowered, and given the necessary tools to navigate the roads and paths of life, then society is going to have a problem. And Team Dominica is committed to empower the family being the most important institution in our society. Of course, the educational institutions have a role to play, our religious institutions, our political institutions, but the family, being the cornerstone of society, is the most vital institution. And Team Dominica, under the leadership of Lennox Linton, has understood that, understands that, and that is why we are committed to inspire our family. And in view of that, Team Dominica is committed to do several things, one of which is to upgrade the family laws in Dominica. As you know, there is a bill, the Family Law Reform Project, which is sitting on some government shelf somewhere. Under the United Workers' Party Team Dominica, we will ensure that we execute the Family Law Reform Act in Dominica so that we could make life better for the family. And when we talk about the family, we're talking about from young people, as you heard from Senator Monel Williams, we're talking about from the cradle to the grave. And currently, we have an issue with the juvenile law in Dominica. We will ensure that we upgrade the juvenile law. There is an OECS juvenile law project. We will work on that speedily to ensure that juveniles or young people in Dominica will get equitable justice in the court of law in Dominica. In view of that, we are committed to provide training schools, because one of the legal dilemmas that young people have when they appear before the court is that the magistrates, the honorable magistrates' hands are tied as far as sentencing is concerned. Sometimes young people, though the law says that they ought to be separated from adult prisoners, the magistrate is forced to put them among adult prisoners. We are committed to ensure that young people are treated as young people, and therefore when they find themselves in problems, that they will be separated from adult prisoners. But under our leadership, we are committed to take preventive measures first and foremost. And that is why we believe in training. And that is why we have been talking about training schools. The training schools are meant to remove young people who are idle into more positive activities. That is why we talk about sports. That is why we talk about recreational facilities, because we understand that young people need positive socialization. So as far as the legal aspect of family is concerned, not only will we provide training schools for the young people, but we want to ensure that there's more training for our magistrates. We want to ensure that our magistrates will be equipped to deal with young people, to understand young people better, and therefore their sentencing will be better. We want to increase the parameters as far as the options they have available in terms of sentencing. So as an example, a young person who appears before the court, a first-time offender, the matter for which he may appear may be a less serious matter. We want to know that the magistrate can send him to do some community service and that he will have supervision. We want to know that he's given a second chance. We want to know that in Dominica, we have something like a house of rescue, where young people are afforded a second and a third chance. We want to be able to rehabilitate our young people. Too many young people in Dominica go astray, and we play a blind eye to them. Unless if these young people are members of our family, we drive by and we pay absolutely no attention to them. Under our leadership, we want to ensure that these young people are given a second chance. And that is why Team Dominica United Workers' Party will upgrade the laws concerning the family. We are also concerned about probate law. As you know, in Dominica, there are several people who are in common law relationships. And Titles for land and houses, among other properties, are in the names of one person. You know in the past that most properties were registered by men. We have several women in Dominica who are in situation living with a man for over 20 years, and the property is registered in the man's name. And the man moves on, and then some outside child comes and says, well, mommy, you got to go. Under our leadership, we will make sure that probate laws will be upgraded in Dominica, where common law spouses will be recognized under legislation. We also want to ensure that protection of senior citizens is a priority in Dominica, and therefore we are committed to enact laws which protect the rights of senior citizens. Because caring for the elderly is not only providing financial security, we must ensure that they have security in all other aspects, physical security, just to name a few. And under the leadership of Lennox Linton, we are committed to ensure that our senior citizens are provided with more benefits, with more protection, and with more security. We are also interested in the status of children in Dominica. Currently, we have a Maintenance Act where men or women who fail in their responsibilities to provide financial securities for their children can be asked by the magistrate court to pay $75 a week. We believe that the Maintenance Act of Dominica has to be reviewed. Under the leadership of Lennox Linton, we will review this act and make the necessary amendments as it is seen fit in the interest of the young people, in the interest of the families of Dominica. We also have to visit the issue of the rights of a married lady or a married man. As you know, the old law says that a married woman cannot be raped. I know this is a controversial issue, but we are at a point in Dominica where we have to visit each and every issue, and Team Dominica is not fearful of visiting any issue whatsoever. So the issue of whether a married woman can be raped or cannot be raped is something that we also have to discuss under the leadership of Lennox Linton, under the leadership of Team Dominica United Workers Party. So overall, I am just here to say that Team Dominica United Workers Party is interested to uplift the family. We are here to inspire the family, to motivate the family, to make the family more secure, to make the family be more protected, to encourage the values that most of us learned from our parents or grandparents, the value of hard work, the value of perseverance, the value of working for himself or herself. This is what we're interested in doing. So we will upgrade the laws as it relates to the family. And I have no doubt that under our leadership, the family will be in a better position. Of course, this is as far as the legislative arm is concerned. You heard from Senator Monel Williams, and you will hear from other members of Team Dominica United Workers Party how we are going to make the social infrastructure a better place. And finally, allow me to comment on our cemeteries. As you heard from Senator Monel Williams, we are concerned about Dominicans from the cradle to the grave. In that respect, we must pay more respect to the dead as far as our cemeteries are concerned. Under our leadership, we will go on a beautification project to uplift the faces of our cemeteries in Dominica. Thank you very much.